Gretsch, believe it or not. And why am I playing that on a Gretsch? Because it's a Streamliner. Got my Streamliner. This was one of the guitars that I had on High Alert or Red Alert a couple of days ago in terms of a deal. And this was a deal, at least in my opinion. I got this one from Adorama. It is the Streamliner series, which is equivalent to, let's see, probably equivalent to a Squier Sonic series, or what used to be called the Bullet, right? Or even Affinity. I would say more of an Affinity before moving up to the next lineup of guitars, which is the MIM series. So, classic vibes, affinities, depending upon which Streamliner you get, it's very similar. But it's the lower end of the Gretsch line. Then you get into the Electromatics, then you get into the Pro Series, the US-made guitars. So, what is the major difference between this guy and, let's say, the next one up, the Electromatics? And I've had both, both guitars. I've never been the owner of a Pro Series, so I can't make an honest statement in terms of a comparison regarding that, but I can this and Electromatics. So the main difference, and again, for me, being a novice and a home hobbyist and that guy just knocking around on a guitar for the hell of it, this guitar is more than adequate for my needs, right? The main difference between this and Electromatics are the pickups, right? These are Broadtron pickups, so they're not your typical Fidelitron or Filtertron, I should say, pickups that come in the Electromatics. So the Electromatics typically come with black top Filtertrons, regular Filtertrons, and those are more Gretschy, right? True Gretschy in terms of sound. You get that twang, that chime that's Gretsch is known for. And it's geared towards a specific type of music, and it's typically 60s style music, right? Same stuff you'd probably play a Rickenbacker on. Birds, Beatles, you name it, right? Folky type rock, stuff that requires that bright sound and that chimey, twangy sound. Rockabilly. Those are what Gretsch's are known for. These Broadtrons are just that, right? Just what the name implies. They're not Filtertrons at all. They're humbuckers, right? Conventional humbuckers that are designed to sound like Filtertron pickups. Sort of, right? But much broader. Now, what does that mean? So Filtertrons typically are not designed for high gain type music, right? They just don't sound good with high gain. They're clean pickups, and that's because the genre of music that is played with those guitars. These guitars, being more of a conventional humbuck, handle gain better. So they're fuller, they're rounder, they're have better, or not better, but more low end and mids, I would say, than the Filtertrons, which are bright highs, chimey, twangy. Different pickups. Are they bad? No. Are they good? No. They're different. So, for my tastes of music, which kind of are all over the place, and I attempt to play things that are kind of different, non-distinguishable, unlistenable, whatever you want to call them. These guitars are fine. They're more than adequate. So let's talk a little bit about this particular guitar. So it is the model G2622, which is a double cut semi-hollow, having a center block down the middle. And the center block is supposed to be chambered, meaning that it is a hollow center block, which even gives the guitar more of a hollow body sound than a semi-hollow. Now, you'll never get a hollow body sound even with a center block, even with the thing gutted totally, because of the density of the body, right? The hollow bodies are always a thicker bodied guitar, giving more resonance, a different sound, more of an acoustic sound. You're not going to get that in this design. So, but in any event, it's supposed to have a chambered center block. This color is called Forged Glow Maple, which was the color that was on the sale at Adorama, which I selected. I've had this color before in Gretsch's. I like it. It's just basically a traditional sunburst, vintage sunburst color. But it does have, brightness to it. Reddish, brownish color in the middle and darker coloring around. That's what the back looks like. It's got, nice wood grain coming through the guitar. The neck also has that coloring on it. Just your basic die-cast seal tuners on the guitar. It does have a set neck. What else? It has this V tailpiece on it because this is a hardtail. This is not the Bigsby setup guitar. I'm useless with the Bigsby, so I opted this time not to get the Bigsby on the guitar. Thin U-neck. The newer Streamliners, which are out now, have a regular C-neck on it, but it's a little bit fuller. This is a thinner neck. I happen to prefer the thin U's. That's my personal preference. 22 frets. The nut on here is a plastic nut, as you can see. The new Streamliners supposedly have a bone nut. That's another difference. Now, I was starting to say the difference between the and it's so confusing because Gretsch has so many different models of guitars in the series of guitars. I was originally comparing this to an Electromatic series versus the Streamliner. Major differences being Filtertron pickups in the Electromatic, so you're getting the true Gretsch, better sounding pickups, more like the Pro series. You're getting better potentiometers in the Streamliner. These things are okay, but they're definitely low end. You don't hear much of a variance when you're turning volume from 0 to 10, and similar on the other knobs, which I'll go over in a second. You're getting slightly better hardware on the Electromatics, although the tremolo systems that come with the Electromatics and the Streamliners are identical. If you're getting a tremolo, it's going to either be a B50 or a B70 Bigsby, which is not the American-made Bigsbys either. It's designed by Bigsby type of thing. So it's a lower-end Bigsby tremolo system on those guitars, and it's the same on the Streamliner as it is Electromatics. I opted not to go with that. Larger F-holes on this guitar, same on the Electromatics. Laurel fretboard, same on the Electromatics. Electromatics are made in China. These are made in Indonesia. What else? Trying to think. Electromatics have a treble bleed system in the volume. These don't. So there are certain upgrades you're going to get with the Electromatic versus this, but in my opinion, for my playing ability, it doesn't make any difference me going to an Electromatic or staying with this guitar. And I opted to save money and go with this. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it with that respect. Maple body. It's obviously laminated maple. Okay, let's talk about the controls on the Gretsch Streamliners and Gretsch's in general. They're a little bit different, right? So I'll play it and let you see what it sounds like. This is master volume, right? So put on some bleed. So that cuts off your volume, controlling the master volume of both pickups on the guitar. This guy here controls the neck pickup by itself. So when the neck pickup is on, which is this switch controls that. And as you can see, it gets pretty loud pretty quick. So it goes from 0 to 10 very fast, which is great probably if you're a car, but not so much if you're a guitar and you want that varied nuance of tuning volume or of tone volume, I should say, on the guitar. This guy here controls this pickup, which is the bridge pickup. So there you can hear it. And similar to this potentiometer, it's the same thing. It goes really loud, really quick, right? This is a master tone control. So there's more bass, more treble. So master volume, master tone, individual volumes. One for the neck, one for the bridge. Those are the controls on the Gretsch. I'll let you hear what the guitar sounds like with some clean tones, and then I'll put on some distortion so you can hear what it sounds like. Here's the neck pickup engaged. middle position, which is both pickups engaged. And just the bridge pickup. Individual notes. And I'll put on some distortion now. Some individual notes. Neck pickup. Middle. Bridge pickup. So, that's the Gretsch G2622. Any questions? Put them below in the comments. If you like these reviews, please subscribe. Again, guys, I'm going to shut the volume off on this thing. In terms of a budget semi-hollow body, man, for this price, which was $219, free shipping at Adorama, I have no complaints. No complaints whatsoever. This guitar, I've had a lot of, as you probably know if you watch the channel, reviews of a lot of semi-hollow body guitars from no-name brands that are in this same price range. This thing is clearly a better guitar, right? Better quality, better sound, better design, the whole bit. I have absolutely no complaints. For this price, it's a steal. And also with Adorama, if you have any issues, similar to Amazon, it's the easiest company that I've dealt with to return items to. Great customer service, very, very reputable company, great pricing, fast shipping. Really, I have had zero issues dealing with Adorama. Also, this guitar out of the box came up set up perfect, right? The string height is nice. It's nice and low without buzzing. The intonation was fine on the guitar. The fret ends are good. There are no sharp fret ends. Yeah, I have no complaints. The only thing I would have loved, but again, it's asking too much and it's not mono price, is if this thing shipped with a gig bag, but it doesn't. So you just get the guitar. But for that price, considering these guitars, the normal price is $449, and when they're, discounted at other places, they're usually, $300 at least, or slightly more. For $219, free shipping, it's crazy. Crazy good deal. The guitar came with, just so you know, nothing much. You get a truss rod adjustment, piece of hardware, and an instruction, as well as the Gretsch warranty and a Gretsch quality control card showing that it went through the various steps of testing. That's it. But again, yeah, this was a great price. So, any questions below? If you like the videos, please subscribe. And as always, until the next time, be well and stay safe. Take care.